What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Rosh Reviews, where today we are in an R35 GTR, and not just any R35, guys, here. This particular one is a Black Edition, and we have got some pretty extensive work done. This thing is pushing now 650 all-wheel horsepower, and mate, you gotta love a GTR. Now under the bonnet, powering Godzilla, we have that legendary 3.8 liter twin turbocharged V6. And this thing from factory already pushed 404 kilowatts and about 628 Newton meters. Doing 0 to 100 in a claimed 2.7 seconds. We got a 6-speed dual clutch. Mate, the flappy paddles, you drop it. This thing is a rocket ship. Now, some of the mods on this car, we gotta start with the brakes, because man, when you can go the speeds you can go in this R35, you definitely want to make sure your brakes are on point. And this particular one, it's got them. This has AP Racing rotors up front, big 6-pot brakes, 4-pot in the rear. You need that stopping power. This thing weighs in about 1.7 ton. So for a JDM supercar, it's definitely got a little bit of weight. We've also got a 3.5-inch exhaust, which sounds absolutely amazing on song. And of course, bigger fuel pump, bigger injectors, got an intake on this, and it all has been tuned. On E85, now making 650 all-wheel horsepower and over 770 Newton meters of torque. This thing, it goes. And when you sit in these things, it really is like you're in a fighter jet, a spaceship, something that is just so technically advanced compared to any other car you've really sat in, because you just see all the gauges up here. They are Gran Turismo inspired and they look super cool up here. Countless pages you can run through with every single gauge you could possibly want that are already in this thing. The computer system in this car is just so advanced. Some people call this thing a robot, but man, I absolutely love this thing. And just the 6-speed dual clutch is just so ruthless. You know, it really is mechanical. It gives you like a lot of sound. You really feel connected to this car, especially when you're in manual mode running the paddles here. And although it might have like a computer system that NASA could probably use, this thing is an absolute driver's car. It really is. You know, the steering does give you a lot of weight, which is great. You really feel like you know what those front wheels are doing. And just going around the corners here, you know, you really do just have so much grip. And this car, it is just effortless. I think that is why a lot of people do call this kind of the supercomputer and not the supercar. But I tell you what, you know, then when you still put this thing in manual mode, you know, you use those paddles, it is raw, it's communicative, and it's got emotion, I tell you what. Now this particular one is a Black Edition, and this had a few pretty good upgrades that you would have wanted from factory. So, you know, we had these 20-inch forged raised racing wheels here, which do look really nice on the car. You also do get these Recaro bucket seats in here, which that alone was worth the $11,000 upgrade to get the Black Edition. The two-tone red and black leather in here, and you did also get a carbon fiber rear spoiler. So all in all, it was pretty smart to get the Black Edition for that 11 grand premium. Now price, brand new, one of these GTRs, these R35s, here in Australia, they would have set you back about 180 grand. That is not a small amount of money, and even on the used market today, these things have basically in the last couple of years skyrocketed back up in price, because basically the cheapest Black Edition I could find on car sales was still $170,000, and some of them were well and truly getting into the $200,000, $250,000 range. So depending on how many Ks and the mods you got on one of these things, man, these are becoming incredibly valuable. Now these R35s were first shown in 2007, and growing up, these just blew my mind. You know, these were really my dream car. Still to this day, I would love an R35. And just back in 07, to be pushing this power and doing the claimed 2.7 seconds 0 to 100 back then was just bloody unheard of. And the fact this thing was from Japan, you know, it had the GTR heritage, this was just cool. They're still making this car today, here in 2022, and they really haven't changed it all that much. You know, they have put some significant upgrades in terms of like just what power this thing is pushing and made it a lot nicer looking in here. But essentially, we still got that same 3.8 up front, same 6-speed dual clutch, and if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Again, just that 3.5-inch exhaust back there, and running the gears, you drop down. It just sounds so savage, and the feeling you get when you're running the paddles, you know, you can really feel what this car is doing in terms of like the gearbox and changing gears. It just really, it doesn't feel like you're just pushing buttons in this car. It really does feel like you are doing something, and it's exactly what you want in a car like this, to be mechanical, raw, so bloody fast. Now, 0 to 100, guys, look, this has got a real attempt at being the fastest car, 0 to 100, we've had on the channel. Previously, it is held at the moment by the RS7 with 3.3 seconds. This is going to be close. We're going to reset the draggy here, and we put it into R mode for the transmission, comfort for the suspension, so we can actually just hunker down a little bit, and then we do go into R mode again here for the traction control. And essentially, hard on the brake, hard on the accelerator. Here we go. Yeah, this thing, mate, nothing pulls like a GTR. You know, that RS7, man, it pulls hard, but it's kind of like an effortless pull. This just is so violent. It's so raw. I want to do that again. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Oh, yeah, that felt better. Woo-wee! That is, man, that is a rush. Let's see what that time was. 0 to 100, guys, was done in a mind-boggling 3 seconds flat. And Man, the fact we've got an extra person in the car, we're on a back road, claimed at 2.7, and you know, guys, if you were on a prep surface, everything was ideal, you probably, definitely, 100% would get that. And I know this is pushing 650 wheel, but to do 3 seconds on a back road with someone in the car extra, this is officially the fastest car we've had yet. Mental. Now I'm gonna finish the video off here today, guys, so a huge thank you to the owner for bringing out his R35 Black Edition GTR here, because 650 all-wheel horsepower, anytime I get into one of these cars, man, it is just such a treat. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If so, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. We'll see you on that next video.